Queen City Confessions.
And you can always text yours in by texting the word hits with your confession and sending it to 96893.
Here's the first confession.
Okay.
It's one sentence, but it packs a punch. I found out my best friend slept with my boyfriend on my birthday.
I mean, that's just unnecessarily rude and mean. Could you be worse, people?
No, you couldn't.
Like, it's one thing. I mean, just that the twist of the knife is on your birthday. Why wasn't he with you on your birthday?
Or what if they were like planning some sort of like surprise thing and then like it happened and then you didn't realize that it was surprise and then you walked in? Like, we don't know how this all went down.
I know that's too much like a movie to me, though.
I know, right?
Like,
that's in my mind. That's how it all went down. But how has your best friend betrayed you? Text hits in your message to 96893. I feel like outside of a spouse or a parent, like there's no other betrayal that hits you worse, because especially with your best friend who knows all of your insecurities that you're probably more honest with than you are with like your parents or sometimes your spouse.
Yeah.
And then for them to go behind your back like that.
Man, people really don't like their friends, do they? Because
No.
how do you, like, you're not really a friend. That's really shady behavior, because it's like you've gotten close to that person because you want something they have.
Yes, and I hope that you are no longer associated with either of these people.
Right.
Here's another Queen City confession. I'm leaving my husband and he is unaware. Years of narcissistic abuse and his accusations that I'm cheating have just been too much. He's neglecting to see how I've separated nearly everything between us. That's going to be a rude awakening.
You.
Yeah.
Get out. But like, especially if you're truly dealing with a narcissist, that's all you can do. There's no arguing, there's no rationalization. You just have to quietly separate and then go. So you're doing the right thing.
Here's the last Queen City confession. I've never believed in someone having cold feet before your wedding. If you've been with someone for a long time, how can you all of a sudden just get cold feet? Well, I think it's happening to me right now. I'm getting married in 2 weeks, and now I'm starting to regret planning this huge wedding. We are going to be $100,000 in debt, and neither of our parents chipped in like we thought they would. I kind of want to cancel the wedding and just elope.
Okay. Well, that's a different reason to get cold feet.
Right.
That's cold feet about the event itself, not the marriage. So at least you got that going for you.
Right.
But can you recoup that money 2 weeks into it? I mean,
that might be a little difficult, but I mean, here's what I always tell people after going through a big, expensive wedding that my husband and I went through. I don't regret it at all. It was an amazing time where his family from Buffalo, my family from Atlanta, that'll probably be one of the only times they all get together. So for me, that was worth seeing our two families together. But if that's not important to you, or your families aren't apart and you don't have the money, do not stress yourself over a wedding like that. It is not worth it.
No, and I also want to say you can cancel anything at any time for really any reason. And like, would some people be upset? Sure. Guess what? They'll get over it.
Right.
That's why, because like, you hear from some people that are like, I knew a few days before the wedding that he wasn't the one for me, but it was too late. It's never too late. If he's not the one for you, he's not the one, and no amount of time is going to change that. And like I said, some people are going to be upset, but they'll get over it.
I don't think we've actually ever done this topic before. What happened when you canceled your wedding before it happened? Like, what was the fallout? Were people upset or were people understanding? If you've ever canceled a wedding before it happened, call us up 1-844-HITS-961.
1-844-448-7961, or text HITS and your message to the number 96893.
Oh, we're still on.